Today we are going to see how to create a chat application in JavaScript. Okay, let's dive into the tutorial. Okay, as you can see here behind my screen, there was an HTML file which is scratch file which does not have anything. And let me open the HTML code. Okay, so as we know, this is a JavaScript application, so I need to have some simple JavaScript tag. Okay, so as you know, this is chat application, so I should have a text area where the user can type whatever the message he wants to type. And here I'm going to have a div so which hold the chat messages. So whatever the chat messages that he wants to saw or which he wants to see, everything will be listed here. Okay, that's the reason we are using this div here. Okay, so then we have the post button. By clicking the post button, it may pass the messages, but instead by enter the enter key also it will send the chat messages. Okay, so in this scenario I am going to handle the key of keyboard. So if you press enter key, automatically it will find the chat message from the text area. Okay, so here I'm going to have a chat input. So this is the text area where he can enter the input. Okay, right. So now I'm going to add the listener. As we all know, we can add the listener using the script tag below the element. So I can say document.get element by id and chat input. Okay, so this chat input should be wrapped with this one, and let I can say chat input obj equal to this one. Okay, right. So now as you can see, I have created object for the chat input. Next thing is chat input object dot add event listener. So in this listener I am going to use this key called key up. So key up means whatever I'm typing in the text area, that will be received here. Okay, so next thing is like I need to have an arrow function, so which helps us to receive the data. Okay, this okay. So whenever I'm typing on the text on the text area, automatically this listener will be listened and it will capture the event. This e is nothing but it's a event. So using this event, you can able to get the value. Okay. So here what I am going to use is e dot key code I am going to use. Okay, key code equal to 13. This 13 refers to the enter key. So whenever the user presses on the enter key, automatically this will capture here. Okay. So when the user types the enter key, we are going to get the value using e dot target dot value. Okay. So what this will do, this will get the value from the text area, and I am going to store this in a variable called val or anything. It's your wish. You can create whatever the variable you want. You can create. Okay. Now one more thing, I am going to create one global variable called chat messages. Okay. So what this will do, this is like a global variable. It's array variable. Okay, in this array only we are going to push the chat messages. Okay, so now whenever the user clicks the enter key, I'm going to use chat message dot push. Here I'm going to use the val here. Okay, fine. So now this each message what I'm typing in the text box will be pushed to the chat messages. Fine. So now the next function what I'm going to do is I'm going to create one more function called function bind the chat message. May process chat process message to HTML. Okay, so whatever the message we are having, that will be processed to the HTML. Okay, so in this place we are going to loop through the chat messages. As we all know, we can use whatever the for loop you are convenient that you can use it. Here I am using this for loop. Okay, and this is kind of arrow function, I hope so, and value comma index. Yeah, fine. So this one I can use it. Here I am going to create one temporary variable which is called chat list HTML. Chat list HTML equal to, it's a empty div. So in this div I am going to use chat list HTML dot maybe no sorry, it's not. I can use string literal, or if you want to use string concatenation, it is also fine. Here I am going to create one div here. Okay, so inside the div I am going to use this syntax where we can easily bind our chat messages. Okay, and one more thing, it should be concatenation, so I think it's fine. And the last, as we all know, we are going to bind the data, right? So in this place I'm going to use chat list. That div we need to add it. dot inner HTML equal to chat list HTML. Okay, so in this list, chat list, that's it. Okay, so now everything is fine. The last thing is we need to call this function after adding the chat messages. That's it. Okay, let's see whether it is working fine or not. As we all know, I need to open the browser. Okay, so now let me drag and drop this file to the browser. Okay, so it is working fine, right? Fine. So now let me refresh it. Oh my god. Okay, so as you can see now the text area is working fine. Let's see. Okay, yeah, it's working fine, guys. Hi, how are you? I am fine. Oh, it's good. Enter. Okay, so whatever message I am typing, that is showing in the browser, but still we need some decorations and all these things, styles and all these things. But as we all know, this is we are specifically concentrate on our only JavaScript portion, so I didn't look at other things actually. Okay, that's it, guys. Okay, guys, so if you have any questions or any queries related with programming, post in the comments, we will help you. Thank you.